Hey, this is Vu with fishandmore.com. Today is our first video tutorial of how to propagate Favia. And before we do that, I'm going to show you what equipment we're going to need to do that. Equipment you're going to need, first of all, is going to be a towel. You need safety gloves, safety goggles. You're going to need some type of chisel. You're going to need to use a razor blade. And you're also going to have, the main equipment is going to be the Dremel tool with a rotary cut blade right here that you can buy at any local Home Depot or Lowe's store. The specimen today that we're going to be cutting is this Favia right here. I call it the Camo Favia. There's two different colors on there. It's really easy to propagate and a nice big piece so you can get a lot out of it. You're going to need also a bucket with water, because once you cut this up, a lot of slime is going to let out. So with this bucket of water, you cut it up, put it in here for a couple minutes, rinse it off, and then put it back in your system, and you should be good to go. First thing you need is to flip it upside down. What you're going to do with the Dremel tool is you're going to try and score a line through it and try and not go all the way through. Depends on how deep the skeleton is. You want to go about, I'd say, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch deep of a score, and once you do that, then you use the chisel to break the piece open. Try not to break it all the way through. If you do break it all the way through, that's fine too, but try and save as much skin as possible, because if you don't break it all the way through, you get a razor blade run through the skin part, and that's going to be the freshest cut that you can do to it without harming a lot of the pieces of Favia. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the cut. Now you guys can see I've already made my score line just through the skeleton. Try your best to not go all the way through, because the heat transfer will more than likely kill off the skin. You're going to get a healthier frag if you just go most of the way through, but not all the way through to the other side of the Favia. Alright, once you get the cut in, lay the Favia down onto the towel and use the flathead chisel to get into the cut line, and just basically to pry it open. Try and not break it all the way open, but you want to try and keep the skin intact still, because once you keep the skin is intact, you just flip it over, get the razor blade, and just run straight down the cut line, and that's going to be the absolute healthiest frag that you can make. Even if you break it all the way through, it's still fine, but you want to try and keep the skin intact as much as possible. Okay, once you break it apart, then just get a razor blade, run right down the flesh, and cut it open, and you got yourself a nice piece of frag. What's going to do is it's going to release a lot of slime. So you want to put it in this bucket of water for a few minutes and just rinse it off with your hand or something like that. And once you do that, then you're good to go, and you can put it back into your system. Thanks again for watching our first video tutorials on how to cut up a Favia. We hope that it helped out. We'll be posting up more video tutorials. We also have a Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter account. So stay up to date and sign up to our account, which is on the bottom right hand side of our page. Thanks again for watching our first video tutorial on how to cut up a Favia.